Alright. What's up, guys? Jumping back in with another practice session for this week's upcoming Le Mans 24-hour race. It is a major 24 hours race. So the difference between tonight versus other nights that I have been practicing is that we are practicing on a mid-fuel run. Because this is what happens when I seem to get on mid-fuel. So we're just going to restart real quick. While I restart, I want you guys, if you haven't, if you're watching this, if you've seen this stream, or you've watched it another time, or something's popped up on from me on your feed, just hit the subscribe button. It's gonna help grow the channel. It's gonna be great. You'll see more of my videos of me not only doing weekly races but also preparing for some of these special events and enduro events that I got coming up. So one thing I've noticed, is that on mid-fuel for some reason I struggle in this car on this track. So I've done heavy fuel, I've done really light runs. I haven't really done a whole lot of mid-fuel runs because I haven't had time to run full stints yet, which is going to be my focus for this week because, well, it's the week of the big race, so I need to be able to run some full stints. So in the upcoming nights for this week, probably around this time, expect to see my stream pop up. Be running hopefully about hour-long streams so that I can get a full stint in. But tonight, it's late. Had a long day at work, long day with family, so I'm just jumping in to do a quick stint. And my goal is to just make sure that I can get clean runs. Not necessarily focusing on fast. If I can be fast while I do it, obviously that's the goal. I'm not looking for anything crazy. I'm looking for consistency. So that spin I had at the very beginning is very, very unfortunate. Wouldn't have been the end of the race since I'm in practice. We'll just start over. See what we do. So this car ahead of me is on full tires, as well as the car behind, I believe. Maybe not behind. Hate that feeling when you feel like something's crawling on your leg? Ugh. It's not, though. God, this first lap is just so boring. I hate when people mess up these cones. I'm not gonna lie. That, like, really messes me up. Oh, cold tires. Wow. That was rough. That was a lot of ABS in there. It's alright, though. It's all good in the hood. So yes, if you guys are watching this, if you've gotten this far, please leave a like, hit the subscribe, do something so that I can help grow the channel a little bit. It's much appreciated. We're just going to dive into what's going on and preparing for this race and what changes, because we've had a few changes that have come up. So first and foremost, this is my second time ever running this new setup. Last stream I ran the setup for my first time, and it was at night practice, which was good because I haven't practiced this much at night. So I got like an hour in there. Feel pretty comfortable. On this track I feel more comfortable in the day. Most tracks, but really at the Nordschleife in Bathurst, I really liked running the track at night. Not that Bathurst we had nighttime running. But when I ran the Nordschleife 24 hours, I did a good chunk of the night stints. And I really liked running that track at night. It was a lot of fun. This track, well, if we're being honest, this track just hasn't called my name like other tracks have. So, is what it is. You like some, you don't like some. Usually takes me 2 laps to get my eye in on this track. Curious to see what the temperature is, because it feels really hot to me. Judging off this first lap, it feels really warm, but I won't know until I go to my second lap. Or it'll pop up on my race lap, so we're still going to take this one with a little bit of... See how we do, but it feels hot. You know, it's only the first few laps, but it already feels a little understeery for me. What sim time this is, I'll have to look. Please tell me what the sim time is? Where would I see that? Oh, sim time right there, down there at the bottom. 3:18 p.m. So this is like midday. Probably close to the hottest part of the times being on the track. So we'll see how this goes. We got GTP. Go by. I've not seen very many LMPs, so I'm assuming that I'll probably be in a GT3 with GTP kind of race. For this big endurance race. I'm not assuming we'll have a lot of GTPs. Because there's a lot of people running the GTP, or the GT3. Or the LMPs. Good God, that was awful. There's a lot of people running the GTPs and the GT3s, not a lot of people in the LMP. So, we will have to see. This one, I'm feeling like this is going to be like a 4 flat. Like a 401, really. I really got a bad run down that straight. This glove is feeling really weird tonight. I don't know what's going on with that. Feeling weird. We're gonna see broke way earlier than I needed to in that corner, so. But yeah, I'm assuming this will be a 401, 402. This is where my gut's telling me. So I still gotta learn to slow down a little bit more than what I'm used to with this setup there, because I understeer really wide. If I try to carry like a lot of speed, I just understeer through all these corners. The rest of the track feels a lot more stable, but that part feels really understeery. This GTP is gonna have to hold on behind me for a little bit. But we got a lot of GTPs coming up behind us. We're going to navigate some of that. What he's thinking, that's a stupid, stupid, stupid place to dive bomb. Around the freaking outside like that? What an idiot. Ah, we got bamboozled. Bunch of idiots, but I think damage is turned off.
Pick up that corner and got a slow down penalty.
So now we just need to let the tires cool down. I think this lobby is the no damage lobby, which is evident by my hood on the screen. Well, that's unfortunate. So anyway, how the cookie crumbles. That was an absolutely awful place to dive bomb me. You were way too far behind. You weren't even going to be close. I don't even feel bad about that one for him. That's a stupid choice. But anyway, that lap was a 4:02. Which is not where I wanted it to be. And this lap is obviously garbage. 15th with that 4:02. That's all good. We'll start dropping the time here. We will start dropping the time now. It's gonna be good. So what's going on with the team? Well, at one point I think we were gonna have roughly 5 drivers to run this one, which I was okay with because this isn't a track that I'm like loving. When we ran like the Bathurst and stuff, I didn't want any more than 4 of us because that track I put a lot of time into and felt really, really comfortable on, and I wanted seat time. This one, I'm not dying to spend hours and hours in the car. I want to participate, but I don't want to do anything crazy. But we've had one guy that I think dropped out, and another who is like a hard maybe, not even like a pretty sure, like a pretty maybe. So it could just be 3 of us. Which, judging off of what I just said 2 seconds ago, I think you can guess that I am not like I will do what I need to do, and I'm okay. If we need to run a 3-person team, that's fine. That's just 8 hours of running each. And heaven forbid something, you know, goes wrong or something like that, that kind of can change things, but for the most part, that'll be about 8. Oh no, touch the grass. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Saved it. But it'll be about 8 hours of running each. And again, this track, not my favorite at all, but it is what it is. I still definitely want to participate, even if there's 2 of us. I put in some practice time, not like crazy amounts, but let's go for it. So, potentially, going to be running a 3-man team instead of like a 5-man team. Now I think the tires have cooled back a little bit, so let's actually hit a decent lap here. As long as nobody else spins in front of us or does something stupid.
You got a toy car on the right, go left.
Like this. Not the dumbest thing they could have done, but not ideal. Technically off the racing line, but not by a whole lot. A lot of smoke. Not my best run. That corner, I think I just need to sacrifice some time in that corner, because if I'm pushing it too much and I'm getting kind of like antsy with it, I end up going off, and then I lose a second is your time penalty, but you lose so much more than a second no matter what you do on this track especially. So I think I just need to take it a little more conservatively to make sure that I'm not doing anything dumb. So that I don't get off tracks. Not that I'm worried about incident points, but just overall time. If I hit the off track there, get a time penalty every other or third lap, it's going to absolutely destroy the average time. So gonna get our eye in a little bit. On this, our second actual lap of a mid-fuel run. Last warning, dick pecker. Broke too late. I'm just confused. I'm looking at what's going on. I think people are intentionally wrecking everybody because it's a no damage. So people are just having fun or whatever. But for some of us, we actually want to try and practice a little bit. So. Felt better. Almost lost the rear end there. Held it together, man. Guy up ahead's on an out lap. Another Chris up a few seconds ahead of us. Wide.
Left side. Clear.
He shouldn't lose any time to that. Not a good run through there, but we'll take it.
Just second fastest lap to steady.
That's the hard part, is it just seems to take me like 3 or 4 laps to get my eye in on this, where other tracks I feel like it just came a little quicker. This one just takes me a little bit. Maybe we get a little bit of a slipstream.
Go left.
Looks like we're gonna get it, but. So this lobby seems slow. Oh, 41. 41 degrees Celsius. That seems fairly toasty from other previous sessions. Bit of a slipstream, which will help our time.
Car stop on the left.
On the left.
Go right. Right side. Clear.
Brave of him. Well done, though.
Car on your left.
Get a much better run down the straight, though.
Clear.
Which
You've got about 2
is
laps
what
of fuel.
matters, is you got to get a good run.
Car stop on the left. Go right.
These laps have gone by very quickly, though, I will say, for the first time. Somebody's stopped up ahead. There's like 2 cars. Not great. Not great, not great. I got one more lap. Nope, off. Fine, penalty.
Make sure you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gain.
That's unfortunate. Nice, Brian. Nice. We're just gonna reset. Gonna run another little one for a sec. Careful of all the GTPs and stuff. Everybody's starting to get a little squirrely with it. So with this track temp, feels like is that everything is slower. And even judging by the lobby, having people who are only hitting 55 as the fastest, usually there's always a few people that are in the 52s. See, so if I try and cut that, it pushes me really wide. Really wide.
Right side. Clear.
Interesting, interesting. Where'd he go? Scary car. Where'd he go? I don't know where the guy went. He was there. Now he's gone. Disconnected. Poof, gone. Outlap. So compared to my first outlap, well, okay, so this is going to be the goal for the next few laps because I don't have super long. Is I'm going to hit this lap and like 2 others, and then I got to call it for tonight. But my goal is that if I can get them quicker, whew, almost lost it there. If I get them quicker than my lap 1 and 2, I'll be happy. This, like I said, so far I just have learned that I need to dial in my braking points and things. It takes me 2-3 laps to get in. Work on that and just be a little bit, find a way to get it on the pace a little bit quicker than what I've been doing. But I do need to be safe, so I need to make sure that I'm not spinning, having big incidences or anything, but I do need to be on the pace. And by like lap 2 rather than lap 4. to use a little less brake, kind of letting the car float through corners a little bit more. Because I feel like I lose a lot of time there because I add too much brake. Or if I can just keep it. Okay, so this one, the goal is to be faster than a 4:02. That's the goal. Little lift through there just to make sure it doesn't kick me up to the wall. Waiting till kind of that apex to get on the throttle, because if I'm doing it any earlier than that, I tend to muck it up. And so far, I'd say that we are doing what our goal was, because technically we're running the fastest laps that we've run so far tonight, and this is still kind of an outish lap. I really don't like that curb, and I need to stay off that curb. My problem is I brake so much, and then I need to come in on that right-hander and take it probably a little bit wider so I can swoop in and hit the throttle better and come out, because I hit that curb and I'm really late to get on the throttle. Because I found if I'm on the curb and I hit the throttle, the back end pops out and bam, I'm out. Not a great exit. Once the tires warm up, I think that braking point will work. And it will feel a lot better. Still on pace for a pretty decent time. I'm hoping that my goal is to be under like 3:58 for most of my laps.
Got about 5 laps of fuel.
That's my goal. To speed a goal. I think that'll be a pretty decent pace. I have I don't know the pace of one of the guys. I know the pace of the other one. I think his fastest lap has been a 3:57, or like a high 3:57. So I definitely feel like I'm potentially the quickest man on the team, but that doesn't mean anything if I have the most incidents and can't keep it on the track. So, but this is more what I need to do, is kind of push the braking zones. I don't trust the car. I don't trust this track right off the rip. It takes me a while to trust it. Here, not a lot on the brake. Gonna let the car do its thing. The smallest of little dabs on the brake just to keep the weight across the front end. Keep it balanced as we modulate the throttle through the corners. Drop the curve here. So we make sure we get some good traction on the way out. Bada bing, there we go. I'll take that one. That's what I want. LMP behind me. That one I pushed it. And I survived. Very easy to push that and get a big penalty.
Right side. Clear on the right.
A little bit of draft if we can. It's not going to do us much good, but we'll take anything we can get.
Pick up the corner.
And a time penalty. So let's see. This is what I mean. You just get like swamped. Oh, that one was feeling good. It's all good. Let's see if we can get the next one. I should be able to bleed this off up here. We'll coast a little bit into this one. See, like that. It's so hard to time it. I lost oodles more time on that. Plus, I went off, didn't get a good run down the straight, so it's just how those laps are going to be, unfortunately, so. So braking at that curbing, I need to brake right before that curbing. Because if I brake at the curbing, I'm not getting to slow down in time. That's got to be an adjustment. So, again, just need to work on keeping it clean. It's not a clean lap. And I lost 2.5 seconds from it, so. Yeah, when you feel it, the track feels good and it's fun to run. When you get off a little bit, this track is really hard for me to get back into the mojo. Hands on the throttle, a little bit of understeer. See if we can hold it. Brake a little bit. Just enough to keep the tires in, or the front end in. Little dab. Too wide.
Pick up that corner.
We're just going to cut all this one. This lap a loss, obviously, for multiple reasons. We'll look to see how we can do on this next one. Let's see. Not as fast as the last lap, that's okay. That was a much safer run through those corners. It was all I need. There's tons of places for me to pick up time. Not the greatest run through the corners, but I feel like I got a good exit. It's at least an average exit for this session for me. better, I think. Not a clean run through that corner. Not a smooth run, but just looking for little improvements. Bad exit, was on the dirt. I'm gonna just hemorrhage little bits of time through this whole straight. It's all good though. You're all good in the hood, bro. We're clean, we survived, no incident. Off track. Boo! Bad Chris. One more lap, then I gotta go. Not a great run through there. Way better run through that section. That put me at a
New fast flat for you.
3:55. I'd like to see if I could get into the top 10. I've usually been in the top 10 of the practice sessions. Just a little bit too aggressive on the throttle. Got that wheel spin. But I kept my foot in. Kept going. Looks like we're minimizing our losses down the straight. Oh, it's slippery. It's all good. Deep breath.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
2 laps of fuel left. Man, guys, I suck. Ah, this is not the night I wanted. I'm getting frustrated. I need to remember though, I'm usually, what, 3 or 4 seconds off the fastest times in the split. I'm basically 3 or 4 seconds off the fastest time in the split, so it's not awful. Not doing great.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course.
You like how I sat there and I was like, I'm gonna do 2 laps, and it's been like 20 minutes. That's the problem with sim racing. You're always like, I could get a little bit more. The next lap will be better. Worse than gambling. Still slowing down too much the last few laps there. So I don't need to slow down enough that I can go straight. I can push it so that I can come out because I can go over that little curb area a little bit. So. That one was better. Felt it. Yeah, there we go.
Have about 1 lap of fuel left.
There we go. We're good, except close to the dirt, but not in the dirt. He's a mole. I think he eats the dirt.
Right side,
Oh man, he scared me.
clear.
Oh, he ruined that for me. I didn't even know he was there. Didn't even see him. Had no idea. I was not looking at my relatives at all. Oh man, that one scared me. Glad I kept it on the track.
Car on your left. Still there.
You moron! Ah, you ruined it. What a freaking idiot. That would have been a good... That'd have been a good lap. That was going to be a 58 for sure. Ugh, rage. What an idiot. Why? I mean, I drifted wide there for sure. 100%. I'm not saying that I didn't understeer out of it, but that's a stupid spot to me to be trying to overtake. Wait just a corner or two. That ruins an entire race right there. Yep, that whole, yeah. I understeered. 100 right here. I'm understeering out of that, so I should have been able to stick to my line a little bit better, and he would have been okay. And maybe that's just the overtaking spot, and I'm not used to it. I think he was a little impatient and didn't need to push right through there. You're gonna be fine. Anyway, that's it, guys. I gotta bounce for the night, but I'm planning on being on tomorrow. We're gonna have hopefully a little team practice with a few of us, and we'll just keep going from there. That one, I think I was 3 or 7/10ths up, so that would have, I should have been in a 58. So if I was in a 58 at all, I would have been up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would have been 7th. So, and there's no reason why I wouldn't have at least made those. All right, so thanks so much for watching, guys. Again, if you have watched to this far, just hit the subscribe button. You've watched me for way longer than you probably thought you were going to. So just hit the subscribe button. Help me out, build the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another practice session.